Herman Cain, the prospective Republican presidential candidate, said some amazing things. There's been some quite interesting responses to this whole problem, ranging from, yeah, they've got a point, to who won the f***ing Cold War. And Herman Cain told protesters, don't blame Wall Street, don't blame the big banks. If you don't have a job and you're not rich, blame yourself.
There is that compassionate conservatism that the Republican Party have become famous for.
Herman Cain, of course, famously devoted Christian. And I believe, though, he was quoting directly from his religious pin-up boy, literally, Jesus Christ. And he said, if you don't have a job and you're not rich, blame yourself. It's from the Gospel according to St. Jeff, recently discovered in an archaeological dig in the Middle East. And it reads as follows: Indeed, Jesus did pass a beggar in the street, and he saw that the beggar was hungry and cold. And Jesus wound down the windows on his new unbelievably flash donkey. And Jesus shouted, "Hey, loser! Ah! Things not turned out too good for you, Mickey No Shoes, eh? What happened? Personal tragedy, lack of opportunity, or simply did you choose to live a more spiritual, less materialistic lifestyle? Well, what I say to you is, I make 50k a pop on the after-dinner circuit, doing my stories and magic tricks. Let me be your inspiration. Now pick up your bed and get the freak out of my way. I've got chicks to meet. Let's roll, fellas. Matty, Luco, you guys write that one up. Mark's the John Boy, make up some shit about me turning a badger into a blancmange for a kid's party. Giddy up.
Jeff, put that pen down. So what is it? What is Occupy Wall Street? Well, as is often the case with these anti-corporate protests, they're a mixed bag. You see that at the G20 protests as well. It's a spicy protest paella of anti-war, anti-globalisation, anti-capitalism and anti-any number of things. And it's all dressed up in a sartorial soup of black anarchist T-shirts and the kind of clothes that scream, I am a massive hippie. There has been criticism of there being no cohesive message coming out of the movement so far, although a common theme seems to be, hey, remember what those banks did a few years ago? F*** them, right? I mean, seriously, f*** them. That was a catastrophe. And that's something that I think the vast majority of not just Americans, but human beings could get behind. In fact, I think the vast majority of people here in America fundamentally agree with Occupy Wall Street's concerns over the financial system and over the increasing wealth gap. But I think the vast majority of Americans also have serious reservations over drum circles. So the mainstream reaction to the protests is a little complicated.
But it's been presented as a kind of classic false choice, in which the Republicans seem to be responding by saying, so, you disapprove of the rampant excesses of unsustainable gambling that has jackhammered the world to the precipice of economic annihilation? Yes, we do. So you don't want any financial sector at all? You f***ing commie. All right, Stalin, you want me to set up a gulag and murder your village for you, then? It's completely, pretty much saying, all right, OK, so you disapprove of Wall Street. So what has brought about all the medical advances that have enabled people to live longer and longer? Money. And you want there to be no money in the world? Right. Within 10 years, we will all be dead. That's basically it. Herman Cain said another thing. He said, the proof is quite simply that the bankers and the people on Wall Street did not write these failed policies of the Obama administration. And one of these policies, presumably, on his argument, is absolutely shaft the global economy, prompting a Wall Street meltdown in 2008 before coming into office to clear up the aftershit in 2009. If that was their policy, John, and they managed to pull it off, fair play to the little Kenyan Ayatollah. Fair play to him.